boy got range, like on his sound. I just be encouraging to put out all that shit. You know what I mean? Cause he might just give y'all something y'all think is just that, and y'all missing out on everything that boy got. Music. Man, be up on that year to Ferro, man. A&E, man, scared, sweet on our shit. Man, fuck with us, man. Shout out my nigga Rich.
I heard they coming for me. I see how it's gonna be, but I'ma do me. I ain't got no remorse for that.
Yeah, what's going on? It's Richie Ferro. And then you watching the evolution of Richie Ferro.
Just trying to brush the scars, touch the stars. I ain't got no remorse for that. I heard they coming for me. I see how it's gonna be.
And he coming from where we come from, he wasn't expecting what he got. And that's something that I admire about his music, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that you won't get from nobody else coming from where we are, you know what I mean? And the word, it's not on the usual, you'll get something like that.
Yeah, my name is Rafiz Lowry. I go by Richie Ferro. Where I'm from Philly. I'm from north side of Philly. You know, I'm from a small, well, actually it's north central. You know what I mean? It's a small part of North Philadelphia. You know, basically in the middle of all the action. Like, low block, named Revere Street. That's where I'm from.
On the line, that money keep on calling me. That money on my mind. I got money on my schedule, money on my phone, money on my phone. See that money
We used to
keep
call
on
it back then. It's called the Valley. Now we call it like basically we call it Hustleville. We call it it's an area where there's a group of different blocks that's all that work all together, try to make some money. So it's called Hustleville. What type of music I do? I do a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? But I mainly do a lot of pop. I do a lot of EDM. I do a little bit of modern funk and jazz. It's a mesh and a mixture, a bunch of stuff I put together, and just different sounds and melodies and stuff like that. But yeah, I mainly do pop EDM though. That's like dance tracks. That's like my favorite shit. No, it wasn't really so much economic. It just was I don't know. It just was different from everything else. You know what I mean? People was listening to see back then. People was listening to, I want to say, Biggie Smalls and Nas and stuff like that when I was listening to YouTube, and I was listening to Green Day, and I was listening to old John Lennon and stuff like that. Like I don't know, I just always liked the stuff that just was more, that had more depth, so to speak, like stuff that like spoke to like how I was living. You know what I mean? So I guess like matter of fact, you know what? To answer your question, that probably was economic reason, me being poor and me not having nothing. I probably connected with them people who was talking about struggling. And so that's probably why I like this the most. First, I came coming up, but I was in a couple of group homes, and I was in a juvenile placement all the way out Oklahoma. So we used to listen to a lot of country western and bluegrass and shit like that. So I got into country music then when I got a little older, probably in my teens, like 15, 16, 17. My neighborhood, I used to be around a lot of temple students and white kids and stuff like that. So I would be in their parties and stuff, and I would be listening to their music, and it just was like a little bit more funner. It's like a little more energy, and it would pump me up. So it's something that get me pumped up. So that's why I like it. So that's my shit. I think actually, man, I mean, the industry is what people always say, like, you know, the machines and the corporations, but people just not putting out good material. That's just what it is, and it's hard, like, I mean, because a lot of people is, you know, a lot of people that's not so good is on like a grand scale, so everybody sees them, and, you know, I mean, people get a chance to listen to them, but they're not good enough. So they pick the best person out of the corny people and put all the best people out the corny people on radio. So, but me personally, where I think music is, I love where it's at, because they like, people don't know blues died. Well, people say blues died. Blues, jazz, them type sounds died, right? So nowadays, if you're an artist and you really, you know, a student of music, you're gonna take you're gonna get something from every genre, every type of music that ever was made, and you're gonna make your own. You can make your own sound. You know what I mean? So I like the fact that everything is just collab, everything is together, and it's like a conglomerate of different type of music that's out right now. I like the fact that people is feeling more free to be able to be themselves. Like, I mean, the ones who's being themselves, I feel like, you know, this day music gives you more freedom, you know what I mean, than before. You can be black and doing quote unquote white people music, or you can be white and do quote unquote rap or hip hop and stuff like that. Like, or you could be a dancer. You can be a guy and not be homosexual and be a dancer. You know what I mean? You can be a girl and not be, a lesbian and be a basketball player and stuff like that. So it's just like, you know, this generation, people might look at it like it's messed up, but it's really not. It's more freedom, but with freedom, people do a lot of dumb stuff. So. I get inspired by Future, man. I get inspired by Drake. I get inspired by Yo Gotti. I get inspired by Adele. I get inspired by, because, you know, they making something out of nothing. You know what I mean? They sitting there and, you know, people told them they wasn't gonna be good enough. I get inspired by the ones who people told they wasn't gonna be good enough. They wasn't gonna be able to be on the stage they was gonna be on. They wasn't gonna be able to last in the game past a year, 2 years, and, you know, these guys got 6 and 7, 8 years in the game, where people say is, you know, having CDs is dead. Well, they selling CDs. People say, you know, this stuff is gonna wash out. It's not. This is where music is at right now. They're at the top of the cream of the crop, and that's why I get inspired by. There's a few couple people. Pharrell. I get inspired by Pharrell. I love Pharrell. You know, there's a couple people, man, but like they just take me to, you know, I can tell they students of music. Like, anybody that's students of music, you know, they kind of intrigue me. And then if you come from a background like me or similar to mine, it's definitely inspirational.
Yeah, so how I feel personally, this is Rock and Rollin' Records. What's up, everybody listening out there? I hope y'all listening to the music. I hope y'all enjoying the music. Well, I know y'all enjoying the music, so there's no hope about that. But I was just speaking to the fellas and I was telling them about all these records I got recorded. You can't look at the screen right now, but since I started 12, 13 years ago, I'm engineering, I got almost 4,500 records recorded, you know. And so it's safe to say I know my way around the block. I done recorded a couple ears, some major artists, some very, very talented individuals. You know, Richie Ferro is hands down already, you know. If y'all listen to the music, which I'm pretty sure y'all are, then y'all know what I'm talking about. How his music is amazing. It's different. It's different. It's not different like, you know, like weirdo different. That's the only way I can put it, because I don't know, half this shit I be hearing is just weird nowadays, especially me coming from the era of great music, but homemade. But the music right now is just weird, and Richie, what his music does is it's kind of like a breath of fresh air from all the weirdo-ism. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you hear his songs, the one thing you're gonna say to yourself, and I keep saying it to everybody, you're not gonna think as a black boy, you're gonna be like, damn,
it's crazy that a kid from the urban society, urban, atmosphere can speak so much about so much going on, and the music be hot. It actually be crazy. His beat selections is dope. The lyrics is dope. The content is dope. The way people be bouncing on the tracks is dope. Everything is just is a crazy package put together, and I don't think that I would be able to, the average person doing music, especially the style of music, or a close to range of the style of music could do something like this. Quality, you know what I'm saying, to bring to the game something very refreshing. Kendrick did it, J. Cole do it. It's that type of thing. You got these people who are, outside of the box, don't stick in the same lane just because they're gendered. Their surroundings is everybody around them, everybody in the city doing this. So, and this is what you're hearing on the radio. So this is what's buzzing, and so it's real easy for him to jump in that lane because he's talented. So I'm pretty sure he could jump in that lane and still make us killing. But the fact that he's bringing, something different, to the table, as far as not saying, all right, I know I can go in this lane with this beat, but instead I'm gonna do this and try to reach the people this way. That's what it's all about, man. That's how you make classic, timeless music, man. Russell Simmons looked me in my eyes and talked to me about 10 years ago when I was sitting at one of these music summits. I got a chance to vibe out with a lot of people. But Russell Simmons looked me in the eyes and he said, man, all you gotta do is make a joint with some hot bass, give it some hot drums, put some crazy, different, hot lyrics to it, and man, you gonna have something on your hands. You gonna have a joint on your hands, and that's what you do. You put something crazy, different, and hot together, and with those three combinations, I think he's gonna win. So that's rock and roll and giving you a little input on Richie Ferro and what we've been working on all this time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Richie Ferro, I think that he brings something new to the table. There's nobody with his type sound. You know what I'm saying? There's no one out there with his type sound and the energy that he brings for the type, artist that he is. But I think that he touched a lot of people's hearts out there. I think he's going to touch a lot of people's hearts out there.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Maul Geeks, man. We in E-Factory and shit, man. Just tuning in, man. It's wrap up a session, with Richie and shit. Just want to say, man, the boy real talented, man. Actually doing this song right now called Be the One. And it's crazy, it's a little different. It's a little different from, the Philly music that's out right now. Which I think is a good thing because it's a change. And what Philly needs is a little change right now, changing a little scenery. And I think he bringing good, good vibe, good feel, different look. Something that the industry is looking for. Actually what the industry is actually changing over to. It's changing over, converting from more so the streets into, club, pop, heavy, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But, make sure y'all tune into him, man. Definitely a good boy.
From knowing the person that he is, how he switched his energy and focused his energy on something like this, you know what I'm saying? Knowing him, if anybody know who he is, you know what I'm saying? But, that's my man's, and it's crazy to see that, he matured to that level as far as an artist where he can actually channel that energy into something that's going to get us where we got to be, you know what I mean? And I really commend that about the boy, and I really wish him well and the best because that's what he wants, and that's what he wants for his people. So, and I can see that genuinely in his heart that that's what he wants. So, man.
I came through show love to my nigga Richie Ferro, his new mixtape, his new project rather, All Hell Ferro, I think that shit a banger, a classic. I definitely think he bringing something new to the game. And I say my favorite track off that is Who I Am, That's the song that, can inspire young people and people such as myself, his whole body of work is great, That's my guy, I want to see him keep striving and all that. Everybody fucking with his tape right now, I need everybody to go check that out.
You already know it's your boy, motherfucking Millions, live from 1500 Paved Street. Got my nigga Mikey Savage with me, my nigga Rosie with me. Little dope Ferro right here, know what I'm saying? Go grab that motherfucking Ferro new mixtape and everything. It's out, know what I'm saying? Sounds, you already know what it is, man.
I think Richie mixtape hot, man. Like, it's a different sound, it's a different vibe. favorite track from him off this joint is On My. That's my shit. I actually think the music came out so good because like we was all doing it together. You know what I'm saying? Like we in King Lab at least 16 hours out of the 24 all day, every day. And that's what I mean. I mean, at the end of the day, like, we all got talent, we all hot as shit. And Starks, he don't even want no rap, so he keeping everything together, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like when he left, like, shit started falling apart, but everybody still got it. Everybody still got the talent, so. Hey, but, you know, we got shit coming on the way, man. March Madness, you know what I'm saying? What's up, man? You already know what it is, man.
We're coming out. Yeah, man, we just gonna chill, you know, if y'all want, if gotta leave, whatever, but we just gonna chill and hang out until the time run out. Yeah, man, we gotta get some more to drink or to eat, whatever we gotta do, you know what I mean, vibe out. I'm gonna introduce a couple of songs just so y'all can know, like, what's the math behind the music and stuff like that. Yeah, man, so we gonna, yeah, man, I'm not gonna run it in the hole, but we're gonna go backtrack.
Can I take a picture with the star?
Oh yeah, pictures and all that, we gonna do all that.
Autographs and everything.
I need the autograph.
I got autograph posters and everything.
I just wanna be the one you can count on, who you depend on. Any problem we solve them. Been in plenty situations. One call and I'll be right there. No thoughts or hesitation. It's extended vacations. Richie Ferro on your playlist. Next week he'll be playing out Vegas with the yellow chips. Yeah, it gets major. I just wanna be the one. Come along with me, have some fun. Tell my homies to put down the gun. Cause when we're gone, ain't no need for none. I just wanna be the one. Come along with me, have some fun. Tell my homies to put down the gun. Cause when we gone, ain't no need for none.
I want to say something to the audience.
I want to get on the mic. Please, we got a singer in here. Want to sing?
Somebody wanna get on the mic? Somebody wanna get on the mic?
Got a poet.
Somebody wanna get on the mic?
Yeah.
Everybody get on the mic?
Yeah, we got a poet. My little Lord want to get on the mic.
All right, let's go. All right, hold on, I got you.
Go get the mic. Bring that mic here, baby. Bring that mic. I'll play that song.
Come on. Come on, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Come on.
She can pour.
Hello? Something we all do from time to time. Smoke too much weed and drink too much wine. All it really does is destroy your heart, body, and mind. But to some people, it makes them feel fine. To some people, you know it's a must to smoke crack out of glass straight till they get that rush or so their heart bust. Or out of metal where you get blisters on your lips and burnt fingertips. Just look at you now. Do you know that you're tripping the way beyond high and now you're dipping? Dipping is a feeling you don't know you get. It's when you let the drugs take check. Suddenly begin to take control of you when you can't walk straight or tie your shoe. You ever get on and later somebody else tell you what you was doing because your mind was gone? Hey homegirl, you looking real crummy. She says you know it's because I smoked that dust and lovey. Swallow PCP, LSD, and shoot heroin and speed. And I always trip with that same dirty motherfucker named Steve. But you can't. Sell your body, baby. Just think. You don't want to be bent over, bare from zinc. For dead presidents on that wrinkle paper with that green ink. You're doing bad dipping everywhere. If somebody was to harm you, they wouldn't have no fear. Because they gave you drugs first, you wouldn't even care. Look at your hair. Your clothes been dirty for 2 days. From being on your knees and for pulling out one leg. You don't even care what you wear. I hope you don't wind up with current affair because you're giving it all for a Tuminol and you're blowing here. You don't feel big, you feel real small. But a lady like me will always stand tall. Don't get me wrong, I took several falls, but thanks to God, he didn't take it all. D is for the dipping that you get into. D is for the danger that you get into. I is for the illin that you do. P is for pill that you take. Another P is for pressure to stay awake. I is for intelligent, no greed. N is for passive, drugs you don't need. Doing drugs, you're not being fly. You will disrespect a woman and a low-rated guy. Woo! And brothers, stop talking about women being smuts and hoes. Worry about the bros that turn to moles.
No, yay! Go ahead, girl. That's my sister. That's my sister. She baked that on the top of her head. Hey, girl.
Yeah, I respect that.
I respect that.